Good evening, everyone. I'm Keisha Marie Charles, and this is your I.A.N. News, making the headlines.
Prime Minister defends joint security posts. Homeland Security Minister rejects Zoso comparison. Motorists to brace for traffic delays along the Solomon Hochoy Highway.
And it's a Warwick 6, but the Brindis batting, well, they get some licks. All that happened on day 3. I'll talk about that in your sportcast.
Top story tonight, Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar has mounted a robust defense of the government's plan to establish 30 joint army police posts, accusing the People's National Movement of opposing measures aimed at tackling violent crime and improving public safety. Salim Banzilal has more.
In a statement issued on Tuesday, Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar questioned why the People's National Movement was criticizing the planned security post, while she alleged failing to speak out against what she described as drug blocks operating throughout the country and contributing to the spread of illegal narcotics. Persad-Bissessar also claimed that constituencies traditionally represented by the PNM experienced some of the country's highest murder rates, concentrations of violent gangs, unemployment levels, and infrastructure challenges. She argued that despite those issues, the opposition has objected to increasing the security presence in those communities. She further alleged that the PNM has opposed the government's Joint Army Police Initiative, criticized security cooperation with the United States, and contributed to public distrust of the protective services. She contended that these positions undermine efforts to combat organized crime and improve community safety. The Prime Minister maintained that the government, however, remains committed to expanding the presence of the protective services through the planned network of 30 Joint Army Police posts, describing the initiative as a key component of its national anti-crime strategy. Celine Bansilal, I.A.N. News.
In more news, Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander is defending the government's plan to establish joint police and military posts across the country, insisting the initiative is designed to enhance public safety rather than replicate previous security programs. Celine Banzilal has more.
Questions were raised on Tuesday about whether the government proposed joint police army posts are similar to the former zones of special operations, commonly known as ZOSOs. Responding to reporters during a cleanup exercise in the Tunapuna constituency, Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander rejected the comparison, saying the initiative is strictly an anti-crime measure intended to increase the visibility of protective services and provide communities with an added sense of safety and security.
The presence and visibility of law enforcement officers anywhere you go, and in strategic locations, just in case if a situation occurs.
The minister was also asked why additional security posts are necessary when government officials have recently reported a decline in crime. This was his response.
If you're an honest worker and you have money in the bank, you want more money in the bank, then you stop going to the bank because you think you're rich. Which is so I like to put them context in place, right? It's about increasing what you already have in order to maintain.
Wesley.
So it's not just that, all right, the crime is done and all right, let's just relax. It's not about that. It's about giving the public that sense of safety and security that was left, that was moved away from them.
Looking ahead, Minister Alexander said his ministry plans to introduce additional youth-focused initiatives to complement existing programs, including the Barber for Youths project. He said the new initiatives will focus on equipping young people with practical skills and opportunities as part of broader crime prevention efforts. Celine Bansilal, I.A.N. News.
Opposition leader Penelope Beckles has questioned the government's intention to establish 30 joint police and army posts in communities across the country. She said if reported serious crime was declining, then there would be no need for the measure. Dalisa Gurulal has more.
Opposition leader Penelope Beckles has criticized the government's plan to establish joint police and army posts, describing the initiative as an unplanned, unfunded response to public concern over crime. She alleged the move is in an attempt to reintroduce a zone of special operations style measures without proper public debate and questioned the criteria used to select the proposed locations. Beckles also challenged the Prime Minister's recent claims that crime has declined, arguing that the new security initiative contradicts that position. She further called on the government to explain how the program will be funded and whether members of the Trinidad and Tobago Defence Force will be granted police powers. Dali Saguralal, I.A.N. News.
Meanwhile, speaking with reporters following the launch of MP Keith Scotland's summer camp on Tuesday in Port of Spain South, the opposition leader questioned what the government was doing to ease the financial strain on citizens.
What is this government doing for the single mothers, the parents who have found themselves without jobs, not being able to pay rent, not being able to pay mortgage, not being able to go to the market, not being able to go to the grocery? Let the Prime Minister tell us about the number of industries who have decided they don't want to have anything to do with Trinidad and Tobago. I mean, what are they really doing?
Ms. Beckles also called on the Prime Minister to refrain from using derogatory language in making public statements, noting that citizens expect better from their leaders.
The Prime Minister went into the Parliament and made reference to herself in glowing terms by using a specific word which I am not going to repeat. But at the same time, if somebody else says it, you're upset. But you say it in the Parliament. And I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about. We are leaders. We have to set the tone. And if you set the tone in a particular way, you call people eater food lawyers, you're threatening people who you're going to cuff down and all of that as a Prime Minister. I mean, people are just fed up. People are just fed up, and people expect better of the Prime Minister. She has a responsibility not to go down the road of using derogatory statements.
We now take a short break. More news ahead when we return.
We'll be right back. Do you have breaking news, community news, and upcoming events? Contact our newsroom at 226-1-I.A.N. or 259-4-I.A.N. Contact our newsroom or email us at iannetworknews@gmail.com.
Fair and Square, conveniently located near the Endeavour Chaguanas flyover. Shop now for all back-to-school and vacation essentials. We carry the widest variety at the best prices. Discover incredible value and a shopping experience that's fast, easy, and affordable. Fair and Square, your one-stop shop for all your household needs with safe and convenient parking. Any and everything all under one roof.
Big savings and new arrivals at Grade 1 PVC Ceiling. PVC panels $25, heat barrier tiles $7, WPC panels $32, and marble sheets $180. Day Bay, Tunapuna, Warren Road, Tobago, and our new location at Sangre Grande. Shop today before it's gone.
Your dream home starts at Advertise Marketing Home Improvement Center. Whether you're building, renovating, or upgrading, we have everything you need. From stylish home decor, kitchenware, vanities, bed and bath essentials, outdoor furniture and mini appliances, to premium wrought iron products. Shop security steel doors, PVC and aluminum windows, zinc, RHS, stainless steel items, and custom enclosures. Visit us at Old Southern Main Road, Freeport, or our branches in Aranguez and SS Erin Road, Day Bay.
Have a 30 or 60-minute television show? Don't let your message go unheard. Whether it's religion, sports, health, food, or human interest, there's never been a better time to get your program on television. Join Trinidad and Tobago's newest TV network, the I.A.N. network, where real content, real matters, and real people connect with audiences every day. Prime airtime is filling fast. Secure your weekly broadcast today and put your brand, ministry, business,
Taj Diamond is redefining luxury living in Georgetown, Guyana. This upscale community is rapidly emerging as the country's next crown jewel, located in one of the region's fastest-growing and most sought-after destinations. Perfectly positioned along the New Heroes Highway and the newly completed Busby Dam Road, Taj Diamond offers the ideal combination of convenience, connectivity, and prestige. And now, the vision is becoming reality. Construction is underway and progressing exceptionally well. From foundation to finish, every detail reflects superior craftsmanship, modern design, and exceptional quality delivering unmatched value. Choose from stunning 3-story residences starting at just $499,000. Select from spacious 3, 4, and 5-bedroom homes offering up to 2,350 square feet of beautifully designed living space. Each residence features premium finishes, chef-inspired kitchens, elegant contemporary bathrooms, and private 2-car garages. Enjoy flexible payment plans, up to 50% in-house financing up to 10 years, and an optional leaseback income program designed to help maximize your returns. Developed by an internationally experienced team of licensed architects and engineers with more than 50 years of expertise and over 6,000 homes completed worldwide. Now is the perfect time to secure your place in this exceptional community before completion. To explore all developments, visit us today.
We're back with the news on the I.A.N. network.
Thanks for staying with us. Former Police Commissioner Gary Griffith has criticized the government's plan to establish 30 police posts, describing it as an outdated approach that will do little to reduce crime or improve emergency response. Dalisa Gurulal has more in this report.
Former Police Commissioner Gary Griffith has slammed the government's latest crime-fighting initiative as outdated and ineffective. He has argued that assigning officers to static locations would reduce the number available for mobile patrols, allowing criminals to exploit gaps in police coverage.
The latest anti-crime plan to set up 30 police posts this year is a return to the 1970s or the 1960s in policing. All that's missing is Betamax and 8-track. It is amazing that in this modern time, the only crime plan we could think of is setting up a police post. The more police posts you set up, the more police stations you set up, it's less police officers out on the ground, out on the road. This is exactly what Dwayne Gibbs was trying to do, and there was a fight down for it. So you put dozens of police officers twiddling their thumbs in a police post or a police station. That is not the response to reduce crime.
Mr. Griffith said Trinidad and Tobago should instead invest in a modern policing model centered on a reliable 999 command and control system, GPS-tracked patrol vehicles, and intelligence-led deployments. He said the Prime Minister was not receiving the best advice from those in senior national security roles.
A police post does nothing other than be cosmetic. But this is the typical avenue used by politicians to cut ribbons and to fool the country into believing this is the avenue to reduce crime. It does not. It makes it worse. It is going to increase costs. It is going to increase overtime. And it is not in any way going to be used as a deterrent, because the criminal element knows that you stay in the police post, my job is to be in a vehicle and get in and get out. Yet again, bad decisions being made because of bad advice being given to the Prime Minister by persons who hold positions of authority in national security with little training, qualification, or experience in law enforcement at a senior level.
The former top cop maintained that rapid response units and high police visibility rather than additional police buildings are more effective in deterring crime and building public confidence. Dalisa Gurulal, I.A.N. News.
In other news, motorists traveling along the Sir Solomon Hochoy Highway are being urged to brace for temporary delays as pavement marking works get underway between Chaguanas and Chase Village. The Ministry of Transport and Civil Aviation announced that the improvement project will run from Tuesday, August 4th to Wednesday, August 12th between 10:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. each day. According to the ministry, the works are intended to improve faded pavement markings that have affected lane visibility, traffic movement, and overall road safety along the busy highway corridor. To facilitate the project, temporary lane closures and lane restrictions will be introduced in active work zones. While traffic will continue to flow using the remaining lanes, motorists should expect slower travel times and changes to normal traffic patterns. Drivers are being advised to slow down when approaching work areas, follow all temporary traffic signs and directions from police officers and traffic control personnel, avoid unnecessary lane changes, and remain alert for workers, equipment, and slow-moving vehicles. The ministry is also urging motorists not to drive over freshly painted road markings and to stay within the designated lanes throughout the duration of the works. Officials apologize for the temporary inconvenience and thank the public for its patience and cooperation while the upgrades are carried out. and Energy Minister Stuart Young has slammed the government's handling of economic and national affairs. Dalisa Gurulal tells us more.
Former Prime Minister and Energy Minister Stuart Young has criticized the government's handling of the economy and national affairs, accusing it of diverting attention from rising unemployment and economic hardship facing many citizens. He claimed the closure of two major petrochemical companies at Point Lisa's, Nutrien and Methanex, along with the shutdown of hundreds of small and medium-sized businesses, has resulted in job losses, reduced foreign exchange earnings, and declining investor confidence. Young also questioned the government's borrowing, withdrawals from the Heritage and Stabilization Fund, and the absence of updated oil and gas production data from the Ministry of Energy since November 2025. He further alleged that the ongoing state of emergency has led to abuses of preventive detention orders, undermining constitutional rights, transparency, and democratic freedoms. Dalisa Gurulal, I.A.N. News.
And Minister of Planning, Economic Affairs and Development, Dr. Kennedy Swarat has sought to provide context on the Central Statistical Office's Labour Force Survey for the first quarter of 2026. The minister said he wished to ensure the data is interpreted accurately and responsibly.
The Ministry of Planning, Economic Affairs and Development has urged that the Central Statistical Office's first quarter 2026 Labour Force Survey be interpreted using internationally accepted statistical methodology and appropriate context. Minister Dr. Kennedy Swarat said comparisons should be made between the first quarters of 2025 and 2026 rather than between the fourth quarter of 2025 and the first quarter of 2026, as the latter is influenced by seasonal employment patterns. He noted that employment typically declines after the Christmas season as temporary jobs in sectors such as retail, hospitality and transportation come to an end, making quarter-to-quarter comparisons potentially misleading. Comparing the first quarter of 2025 with the first quarter of 2026, the survey showed the labour force grew by about 8,200 people, employment increased by about 5,100 to 564,000, and gains were recorded in several key industries and skilled occupations. The minister said an expanding labour force can result in both employment and unemployment rising simultaneously, reflecting increased participation rather than a weakening labour market. He reaffirmed the government's commitment to the CSO's independence and said official data will continue to guide policies aimed at sustainable economic growth, job creation, and workforce development. Dalisa Gurulal, I.A.N. News.
Convicted prisoners could soon be deployed to assist with public cleanup and maintenance projects as the government moves to reintroduce hard labor as part of its approach to rehabilitation and community service. The announcement comes from Minister of Homeland Security Roger Alexander on Tuesday during a cleanup initiative with teams of the National Programme for the Upkeep of Public Spaces at the St. John's Community Centre in Tunapuna.
Where persons who have been charged and convicted by a court and is sentenced to hard labor, we are going to reintroduce those persons to come back out in the streets and help with the cleanup process.
That the proposed initiative would provide meaningful work for convicted prisoners while supporting public maintenance efforts across the country.
And 12 months or 2 years hard labor. You know what is hard labor in the jail right now? A man smoking, a man is on his phone, internet and all these things. That's not hard labor. And if someone is smart on the inside, he could use that process to start to reintegrate himself back into the public.
The government has indicated that the measure forms part of its broader strategy to strengthen rehabilitation within the prison system while improving the condition of public spaces. In other Spaces across parts of the Tunapuna constituency were sanitized on Tuesday morning as crews from the National Program for the Upkeep of Public Spaces carried out a major cleanup exercise. Celine Banzilal has more.
The cleanup initiative targeted several areas in the Tunapuna constituency as part of ongoing efforts to improve the environment and enhance the appearance of public spaces. Program coordinator for the NPUPS for the Tunapuna Pianco Regional Corporation, Kareem Bed, noted that work began at 5 a.m.
We have currently 11 teams, 9 from WS and 2 from the health, comprising of 12 persons per team, 1 supervisor and 11 staff.
Member of Parliament for Tunapuna, Roger Alexander, visited the worksite to observe the exercise and interact with the teams from the NPUPS. He also joined the crews during the cleanup, working alongside program personnel. According to Minister Alexander, the cleanup goes beyond environmental beautification.
It's about environmental design, which is part of the crime issues. Because if there's this here and large bullshit, people hiding and jumping out at you. So it's about fixing the environmental design.
Addressing concerns on the constituency's public infrastructures, Minister Alexander mentioned there are plans to include funds in the upcoming 2026-2027 budget to fix the Tunapuna St. John's multipurpose community facility.
The Minister of Culture is reaching out to us, and all of these things are going to fit into the budget. So we can repurpose these things, refurbish them, and hand them over to the community. You know what I have seen before, right in Tunapuna? A young man go and get married in the area. He's ready to get married, he's in love. They're charging the boy $10,000 just to have his wedding. Madness.
The exercise forms part of the government's broader program to maintain public spaces, improve sanitization, and address residents' concerns about overgrown vegetation and illegal dumping. Celine Bansilal, I.A.N. News.
We'll have more news after the break. Stay with us.
We'll be right back.
Every weekday at 7 p.m., the news goes live on the I.A.N. network. Watch us on our available providers with more coming soon. Also available on YouTube and Facebook. The news you have been waiting for is now here.
Fair and Square, conveniently located near the Endeavour Chaguanas flyover. Shop now for all back-to-school and vacation essentials. We carry the widest variety at the best prices. Discover incredible value and a shopping experience that's fast, easy, and affordable. Fair and Square, your one-stop shop for all your household needs with safe and convenient parking. Any and everything all under one roof.
I.A.N TT offers over 25 years of experience, are retinal specialist and the latest cutting-edge equipment. We handle diagnostic and surgical needs for retina, cataract, glaucoma, pediatric and diabetic eye care. Also glasses. We provide it all under one roof. Our head office is located seconds off the Freeport flyover. Branches also in North, South and Tobago. Call 349 eyes for more information. Payment plans are available. I.A.N TT, taking eye care into the future.
Whether it's 1, 2,
or a truckload of tires,
we've got the perfect tire for every application, ensuring you're ready for any road ahead. Passenger SUV 4x4, heavy or light truck, you name it, we've got the tire that suits your ride perfectly.
From forklifts to industrial giants, construction vehicles, and agricultural workhorses,
we've got the right tire for every job you tackle. Brandtech, your one-stop solution for all your tire needs.
Ready for a home makeover? Head to Felicity Furniture and Appliances, where style, comfort, and savings come together. Luxurious sofas, elegant dining sets, beds, stoves, freezers, and more. Visit us at Lot 10B, Pierre Road, Felicity, Chaguanas.
Thinking of giving your home that modern finish? Then visit ABC Bar Doors and Windows. We are the largest supplier of hardwood finishing goods. Get kitchen and pool tiles, faucets, doors, windows, sinks, and so much more. Come in or give us a call. ABC Bar Doors and Windows, always a better choice.
Struggling to lose weight despite your efforts? Feeling tired after meals or dealing with stubborn belly fat? It may not just be your diet. Your blood sugar could be the issue. Spikes can lead to fat storage, low energy, and higher cholesterol. Berberine Plus, with berberine, bitter melon, and banaba leaf, helps support healthy glucose metabolism so your body works more efficiently. Take control and feel the difference in 90 days. Available at Pennywise and leading pharmacies nationwide.
Have a 30 or 60-minute television show? Don't let your message go unheard. Whether it's religion, sports, health, food, or human interest, there's never been a better time to get your program on television. Join Trinidad and Tobago's newest TV network, the I.A.N. network, where real content, real matters, and real people connect with audiences every day. Prime airtime is filling fast. Secure your weekly broadcast today and put your brand, ministry, business, or message in front of viewers across the nation. Call now to book your airtime. Share your story. Build your audience. Inspire a nation. The I.A.N. Network. Your platform starts here.
We're back with the news on the I.A.N. Network.
Thanks for staying with us. It's now time for a look at our business roundup.
In a notice on the Trinidad and Tobago Stock Exchange, Trinidad Cement Limited said that CEMEX-appointed director Fernando Reiter has resigned from the company's board of directors. Reiter resigned by correspondence dated July 31st, 2026, said TCL. Reiter also resigned from his position at CEMEX. Both resignations were effective July 31st, 2026. TCL thanked Reiter for his service and contributions since joining the board on August 1st, 2021, and wished him well in his future endeavors. BP has started up its Atlantis major facility expansion project in the U.S. Gulf of America, adding 2 new subsea water injection wells to one of the company's longest-running deepwater assets. Atlantis is located about 150 miles south of New Orleans and has been in production for nearly 20 years since its discovery in 1998. According to BP, the expansion project increases pressure at targeted reservoirs, unlocking additional barrels and extending the production life of the field. The project also adds new subsea trees and new water injection pumps on the platform's topsides and enables future water injection capability at Atlantis, which operates in 7,074 feet of water. BP said the project was delivered ahead of schedule and under budget.
Prison officers foil a contraband smuggling bid at Golden Grove Prison, during which drugs were found hidden inside of apples. Here's more.
A routine visitor screening at the Golden Grove Prison led to the discovery of drugs and other prohibited items concealed inside apples, resulting in a woman being taken into police custody. The Trinidad and Tobago Prison Service, in a statement issued on Tuesday, said the attempted smuggling was detected at approximately 2:55 p.m. on Monday during standard security checks carried out by prison officers. During the search, officers uncovered suspected contraband hidden inside 7 apples before the items could enter the correctional facility. The seizure included 54 cigarettes, 4 packets of wrapping paper, and 5 packets containing approximately 53 grams of suspected marijuana. Prison officials immediately reported the discovery through the appropriate channels, and the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service was contacted. 1 individual was subsequently detained as investigations continue. The prison service praised the officers involved, commending their vigilance and professionalism in preventing the prohibited items from reaching inmates. It said its officers remain committed to intercepting contraband and safeguarding the security and good order of correctional institutions across Trinidad and Tobago. Nicholas Ramnarine appeared before Minister Kimitra Gray on Monday, where he was granted bail on a charge of misbehavior in public office. He was not required to enter a plea at this stage of the proceedings. As part of the bail conditions, Ramnarine must remain at his home in Pleasance, Mayaro until the matter is determined. He was also ordered to surrender his passport to the registrar of the San Fernando High Court within 2 days of securing bail and is prohibited from applying for any travel documents. The court directed that the case file will be submitted by September 21st, with the matter scheduled to return for a status hearing on October 29th. The charge stems from an incident on July 29th when officers conducting a routine handover at the Mayaro police station discovered that a police-issued pistol could not be accounted for. A subsequent search of the station's strong room reportedly led to the discovery of an evidence bag that had previously contained another TTPS firearm. Investigators later found the missing pistol fitted with a magazine containing 15 rounds of 9mm ammunition inside a black plastic garbage bag near a gate on the eastern side of the station compound. Police said Ramnarine was interviewed as inquiries progressed and was later detained following information allegedly obtained during the investigation. After consultations with the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, he was formally charged with misbehavior in public office.
In other news, the Rotary Club of Chaguanas and the North Central Regional Health Authority have partnered to help new mothers. Through this collaboration, the Rotary Club of Chaguanas distributed essential care hampers to mothers and newborns at the Eric Williams Medical Sciences Complex in Mount Hope. The initiative, which forms part of Rotary International's focus on maternal and child health, provides care packages containing necessities to support families in need during the early stages of life. President of the Chaguanas Rotary Club, Sandra Sigolam, expressed gratitude to NCRHA management and staff for their support, noting the project reflects Rotary's dedication to creating lasting impact through community service. Pan American Health Organization Caribbean has partnered with Trinidad and Tobago to lend support in the fight to eliminate communicable diseases and related conditions. More in this report.
The Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, last month ran a successful week-long mission in Trinidad and Tobago, engaging with health leaders, technical teams, and partners to assess progress, identify challenges, and explore opportunities to accelerate disease elimination efforts. A news release from PAHO said Dr. Rhonda Seeley-Thomas, PAHO's Assistant Director, together with Trinidad and Tobago's Health Minister Dr. Lakram Bodo, discussed national health priorities, the disease elimination agenda, digital transformation in health, progress under Trinidad and Tobago's Plus One Health Project, and preparations for the upcoming PAHO Directing Council. Dr. Bodo said, the development of this national roadmap provides us with an opportunity to critically examine where we are, identify gaps, strengthen existing systems, and determine the actions required to accelerate progress. This process will allow us to better understand our current capabilities, address bottlenecks, and define strategic priorities that align with international best practices while responding to the unique needs of Trinidad and Tobago.
On Saturday, the Ministry of Culture pledged its assistance for celebrated cultural icon Ella Andel. Minister Michelle Benjamin said under her stewardship, no cultural icon of Trinidad and Tobago will be left behind. I.A.N. News asked members of the public in Chaguanas, should government provide financial support to Trinidad and Tobago's cultural icons? Well, here's what they had to say.
Yes, I do. I definitely do. Because they represent our country. Right. So they should, in fact, support them with anything that they have, anything that they need. I think the government should it should give that support.
I would say it depends on what's the reason they support us for. If it's a personal matter, if it's to support the culture and promotion of the culture, definitely. If it's of a personal nature, well then it depends on what it is.
Yes, I will support it. I will support it.
Yeah, tell us why.
Because she's one of the persons in Trinidad and Tobago that sings very good African music. I be drum as well, and that person, Ella, she have a big part to play in Trinidad and Tobago. A big part.
I feel they contributed something towards Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
And I feel they fall into a bad patch. Well, they need assistance.
I say yes. The elders don't really need it. Right. So, if they help any assistance in anything, then it will be good.
Well, yes. They represent Trinidad.
Right.
So when they go out there, outside of Trinidad, they represent Trinidad. So I think the government should support them.
Yeah, at least yes, for now, yeah.
Yeah, tell us why.
Well, remember they part of the whole thing, the whole development of the culture in Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
And we have to help them out in so many ways they could help them. But at least get them the help, get them the support.
It's now time for a look at sports, and James tells us what's the latest.
Oh, that's right. The latest is, don't worry, man. We've got Warrican. I'll talk about that and a whole lot more later in your Sportcast.
We'll be right back. Do you have a business that you want people to know about? Imagine placing your brand in front of an audience that's already engaged and locked in. With over 154 million views monthly across YouTube and Facebook, and over 5 million views daily on both platforms, based on official analytics. Now we're bringing that same audience to I.A.N. News. If they've seen your products on the I.A.N Show, imagine the impact when they see them on the news. Reserve your spot in the news and book your monthly packages now.
Mega month end deals now on at Passad's The Food King. Stock up and save big on Ibis flour 10 kg, now just $68. Sweet Hand soybean oil 1.5 liters, just $25. Flavorite assorted ice cream 3.2 liters, get 2 buckets for just $84. Sir dishwashing liquid 750 ml, 2 bottles, now $21.99. Cotonaire bathroom tissue 24 pack, now just $32. Split piece dal 400 grams, 3 packs, only $10. Central Farms halal cut up duck, only $90. Caribbean parboiled rice 9 kg, just $74.99. Pork leg, now $18 per pound. Don't miss these mega month-end deals at Passad's The Food King. Sale end August 5th, 2026, or while stocks last.
Passad, quality value, that's our way. The real Passad's, we're here to stay. The Food King Passad's.
Your dream home starts at Advertise Marketing Home Improvement Center. Whether you're building, renovating, or upgrading, we have everything you need. From stylish home decor, kitchenware, vanities, bed and bath essentials, outdoor furniture and mini appliances, to premium wrought iron products. Shop security steel doors, PVC and aluminum windows, zinc, RHS, stainless steel items, and custom enclosures. Visit us at Old Southern Main Road, Freeport, or our branches in Aranguez and SS Erin Road, Daybay.
At Extra Foods, we care for you. That's why we offer you the widest variety at the best prices. Clean, spacious surroundings. Friendly professional service because we care. And remember, we're the home of plenty for 20 savings, giveaways and samplings. Plus, we're open all day Sunday just for you. And we've got you covered with basement parking for over 200 cars for your convenience. Because our customers are our priority. Let us care for you. Extra Foods. Always extra for less.
Welcome to eFix Investments Limited, your one-stop destination for all your home essentials. Transform your bathroom with our exquisite range of showers, enclosures, luxury bathtubs, modern toilets, faucets, ceramic sinks, and vanities. Enhance your kitchen with our stainless steel sinks. Our extensive selection includes bath, kitchen accessories, as well as security doors. Visit our showroom today at Southern Main Road, Homeland Gardens, Cunupia, and let your dream home become a reality. Call us at 665-2282 or 671-2282. eFix Investments Limited, your home, your style, our passion.
We're back with the news on the I.A.N. network.
All right, brace yourselves because it's a raggy road ahead as the West Indies face a tense fourth day after stumbling to 103 for 6 in their second innings against Pakistan at the Queen's Park Oval earlier today. Despite holding a lead of 60 runs, the hosts lost key wickets throughout the evening session as Sajid Khan snatched 4 wickets, including the prize scalp of Shea Hope and night watchman Jaden Seals. Well, earlier, Jamel Warrican produced another masterclass with the ball to keep the Windies firmly in the fight on day 3 of the second test after the informed Baba Azam was unceremoniously run out, as you can see here, way short of his ground. And that started the composed Pakistan buckle. Well, the left-arm spinner Warrican then claimed a superb 6 for 12, including 3 wickets and 4 deliveries to wrap up Pakistan's innings of 387. Abdul Shafiq carried his bat for a magnificent 160 not out, but Warrican's late burst restricted Pakistan's first innings lead to just 43 runs. But the West Indies now have stretched their lead to 60 runs, will look to continue with the unbeaten Justin Greaves alongside the lower order, hoping to stretch their advantage and set Pakistan a challenging 4th innings total. But peep that, Jamel Warrican, the star, with 6 good-looking wickets.
Abdullah Shafiq and that delivery, but
He's certainly a goner. All right, let's bounce the ball on the court. But before we do that, though, let's check in because he is the talk of the town with his 6 wickets as Warrican relived today's performance.
For me, I think that was probably the one that I would cherish most because the team was down and Skipper was struggling with his finger. You know how to take out the mantle of working hard and bowling all those extra overs to help out the team. And in terms of workload and to get rewarded for bowling so many overs, it felt extremely special. I always wanted a 5 at home. That's something that I will cherish because watching the highlights when they're showing old clips, it's always home series. And I said I will always want to be in the dressing room watching an old clip and me getting 5 and it happened this game. So I feel really good about that.
Warrican further praised his team for sticking to their game plan and the disciplined bowling performance.
We as a team sat down this morning and decided what we need to do better. We came up with some beautiful plans and basically the guys executed perfectly today, and we sure once we stick to our tasks and execute what we plan in the dressing room, we could be a better bowling unit. As a team, we got to get close to 150, 175 to be comfortable to have a game, so we know that we got to have a plan how we're going to get it and execute it when we get the bat tomorrow.
All right, let's bounce ball on the court as fresh off being drafted by the Milwaukee Bucks. Trinidad and Tobago basketball standout Malik Lewis is already looking beyond the court and he's giving back to the next generation. Well, recently drafted by the Milwaukee Bucks as the 60th overall pick in the 2026 NBA draft, TNT basketballer Malik Lewis is already using his platform to inspire the next generation. Lewis, who was the 60th overall pick in the NBA draft, returned home to partner with Coach Kern George and the New Chapter Global Sport Academy, where he shared his journey from local basketball courts to the NBA. While speaking to young athletes, Lewis gave an inside look at a typical day in his life as a professional basketball player, stressing the importance of preparation, hard work, and staying focused on long-term goals.
Alright, well, I'll give a reschedule now, since this is off season. Wake up at 4 a.m., leave home at like 5 something, work out in the gym from 6 to 7, and from 7 to 8, I'll be on court. And after that, I think I've been doing a lot of like promos and stuff throughout the entire island. And then in the afternoon, I'll go spend time with my family or just relax.
Well, he also, during the event, he presented Minister Watts with a Milwaukee Bucks jersey and a new Chapter Academy jersey, symbolizing the partnership between elite sport and youth development. Former national basketball player Jonathan Weeks also addressed the gathering, highlighting the keys to success and consistency.
Yeah. Nice. So
now the onus is on you to be consistent with those two things. Belief and the blueprint, be consistent. Learn to fall in love with consistency. And maybe you can be at a Malik level or college level or playing at some level where you never thought you could have been before. But it starts with belief. And you guys have 2 out of the 3 things from Coach KG. The last one is on you, consistency. The days when you're not feeling to do it, you have to do it. The days where you fail at it, you have to keep doing it. And the days when you succeed, you have to keep doing it as well. All right, so those are the little advice I will impart to you guys.
Let's go.
And Sport Minister Philip Watts reminded the athletes that discipline remains the foundation of achievement both on and off the court.
Nice. So let's give the minister and the leader of applause.
What Malik was telling me is that he started playing basketball from the age of 11. Is there any 11-year-olds here? Right. And Malik is currently 21 years old. And Malik has already made it to the NBA. That is a perfect example of what you can become in the future. Because sports teaches you discipline. Just by you all being here today on time, that means you all are responsible because you need to wake up early in the morning to get to camp. And that's a form of responsibility. So there's a lot you learn of a sport, not just playing the game. You learn responsibility, discipline, and a whole lot of things.
All right, let's mosey on down the green where Chris Richards Sr. believes that his son, Christopher Richards Jr., has all the tools to become the greatest golfer that Trinidad and Tobago has ever produced. Well, Richards Jr., who headlines a strong 6-man TTO team at the Caribbean Amateur Golf Championship in Nassau, Bahamas, is carrying impressive form after finishing as the top amateur with a top 5 overall result at the Central American and Caribbean Games. His performances follow an outstanding 2025 campaign in which he was named TNT's Outstanding Male Golfer. His father says those achievements are only the beginning, insisting that his son has the talent to reach the top.
Really good inside to see from small where he came from with his cousin, my cousin, which he called Uncle Mitcham Jasper. We had a program we used to do in Chaguaramas on a Friday evening. We had one we used to do in Millennium Lakes on a Saturday morning, and he would be here all weekend with me practicing, Seeing from where he came from to where he's at now, it's fantastic. And knowing about golf somewhat, if you could say, seeing the future a bit, if he keep up at the trajectory he's going at, who knows, #1 golfer in the world might be it.
Oh, sounds good to me. All right, let's stay on the greens where TNT's men made an impressive start to the Caribbean Amateur Golf Championship in the Bahamas with Liam Bryden firing a brilliant 4-under par 68 to finish the opening round in second place. Well, the TNT golfer sits just 2 shots off the leader, Andrew Jarvis of the Cayman Islands, who ended day 1 at 6 under par. Chris Richards Jr., who you just heard about, also kept himself firmly in contention, carding an even par 72 to sit tied for 13th. Ross Ramkisoon and Gabriel Vanosote added solid rounds of 1 over and 2 over respectively, or respectively rather, while Eton Collier finished at 11 over par. With 2 rounds still to play, Team TTO remains well positioned to challenge for both individual honours and the prestigious Homan Cup. And in some news just coming in, TNT's women, well, they had a challenging round, finishing 7th in the team standings on 31 over par, 19 shots behind joint second place Bahamas and the Dominican Republic. Puerto Rico leads the competition at 6 over par after a dominant first day. Victoria Sinal placed TNT challenge with a 14 over par 86 to sit 14th individually. While that woman on your screen, Isabella Ramdeen and Elise Laborde, are tied for 19th after matching rounds of 89, with Tori De Freitas Batiste carding a 20 over par 92. Let's say for our golfers. All right, that's how we put a wrap on today's sport. For the team, I'm James Saunders. I'll catch you later.
We'll be right back. Do you have a business that you want people to know about? Imagine placing your brand in front of an audience that's already engaged and locked in. With over 154 million views monthly across YouTube and Facebook, and over 5 million views daily on both platforms, based on official analytics. Now we're bringing that same audience to I.A.N. News. If they've seen your products on the Ian Show, imagine the impact when they see them on the news. Reserve your spot in the news and book your monthly packages now.
I.A.N Medical Center is now open at Extra Plaza South Park, and we're changing the way you experience healthcare.
No more long waits, no more running around.
GP clinics every day from 6 a.m. to midnight.
Full specialist services.
X-rays.
Ultrasounds. And the most affordable, accredited medical lab.
All in one place. Fast, modern, accessible. I.A.N Medical Center, Extra Plaza, South Park, now open.
Makoya, discover the all-new
Do you have breaking news, community news, and upcoming events? Contact our newsroom at 226-1-IAN or 259-4-IAN. Contact our newsroom or email us at iannetworknews@gmail.com.
Neo Eyewear Limited, a leader in the eyewear business with complete glasses which include frame, lens, and eye test for only $395. We have one of the largest selections of frames and brands for you to choose from, such as Gucci, Tom Ford, Balenciaga, St. Laurent, and even the Ray-Ban Meta glasses. Conveniently open from Sunday to Sunday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So visit us at 91D Main Road, Montrose Mall, or M6 Plaza, Endeavour.
We're back with the news on the I.A.N. network.
Welcome back, everyone. Guyana's Hydrometeorological Service on Monday warned that the country could be in for a prolonged hot spell for much of the remainder of the year, a situation that could cause a severe water shortage. This and more in our regional roundup.
According to the Hydromet's latest seasonal outlook, Guyana is expected to experience a significant increase in the number of hot spell days. While Guyana historically records up to 30 hot spell days annually, the current forecast indicates that as many as 80 could occur this year. Quote, the extended dry period is likely to reduce water availability for domestic use, agriculture, and other economic activities, particularly in vulnerable communities in hinterland regions, end quote, the Hydromet Service said in a statement. The Hydromet Service says the highest frequency of hot spell days is likely to be experienced in regions 4, Demerara Mahaica, 5, Mahaica West Berbice, 6, East Berbice Quarantine, 8 Potaro Siparuni, and 10 Upper Demerara Upper Berbice. Quote, a hot spell is 2 or more days of extreme temperatures. All of Guyana is expected to experience a decrease in the number of wet days and above normal day and nighttime temperatures, end quote, the Hydromet Service added. Attributing the hotter than normal conditions and increased hot spells lasting from August to at least October 2026 to strengthening of El Niño conditions, weather forecasters said reduced rainfall and higher temperatures are likely to place crops under moisture stress, affect pasture quality, and increase water requirements for livestock. Dry vegetation and prolonged high temperatures are likely to increase the likelihood of bush and forest fires, particularly in forested and savanna regions, the Hydromet Service also said. In the transportation sector, the Hydromet Service said low water levels might affect river transportation in some areas, potentially disrupting the movement of people, goods, and essential services. Additionally, unpaved roads are likely to become dusty, reducing visibility. The leadership of the police's Area 3 was tight-lipped on Monday amid an investigation into the circumstances leading to a 1-year-old girl being shot in the leg, allegedly by her 3-year-old brother with their father's service pistol while on a family trip in northern St. Elizabeth over the weekend. When contacted on Monday regarding the incident, acting head of the police's Area 3 Senior Superintendent Shane McCalla declined to comment, citing that the matter remains under investigation. Area 3 comprises Manchester, Clarendon, and St. Elizabeth. The Police's Inspectorate and Professional Standards Oversight Bureau and the Independent Commission of Investigations are probing the incident, which reportedly happened about 4:30 p.m. Chairman of the National Cultural Foundation, Dr. Jasmine Babb, has hailed Crop Over 2026 as a success, describing this year's festival as brilliant. Babb said the strong attendance at events throughout the season, including the Pick of the Crop finals, Pandemonium, and Junior Kadumant, reflected the continued support for the festival. Quote, all of the fetes and all of the events have been sold out. The final was absolutely full. We had also Pandemonium, which was well attended, and Junior Kadumant. Everything was well attended, and everybody is coming out, including the vendors. All in all, this year has been an excellent year, end quote, she told Barbados Today. She noted that the only challenge this year that the NCF had encountered was the location for the hosting of the finals after Kensington Oval was secured to be the location for the state funeral of national hero Sir Garfield Sobers. NCF Festival and events planner Stacia Bryans gave kudos to the security services for ensuring that the festival was relatively incident-free.
And in more news coming from Guyana, tensions ran high in Linden on Tuesday as MV Barima protesters confronted Vice President Dr. Barrett Jagdeo demanding justice. The protesters gathered outside Watuka House, carrying placards and calling for justice for the victims of the maritime tragedy, while also urging sweeping reforms to Guyana's maritime safety and oversight systems. The situation became more heated when opposition leader Azruddin Mohammed attempted to approach Jagdeo for a face-to-face discussion. However, security personnel prevented the encounter by maintaining barricades around the government's delegation. The protest is the latest public demonstration reflecting growing national anger over the sinking of the MV Barima, one of the deadliest maritime disasters in Guyana's history. The MV Barima capsized on the night of July 18th whilst traveling from Georgetown to Port Kituma. Authorities later confirmed that 179 people were on board. According to the latest official update, 76 people survived, 73 bodies have been recovered, and 30 people remain missing. The vessel's captain and crew have been charged with multiple counts of murder. It's now time for a look at the weather forecast.
the period tonight, mostly fair apart from the risk of brief isolated showers. For tomorrow, the Met Office says mostly sunny, hazy and breezy conditions can't be expected with a chance of brisk isolated showers. Trinidad will experience a high of 33 degrees Celsius, while Tobago will experience a high of 32 degrees Celsius. Seas remain slight to moderate, with waves reaching from 1 meter to 1.3 meters in open waters and below 0.5 meters in sheltered areas.
And that brings us to the end of our newscast. I'm Keisha Marie Charles. On behalf of all of us here, thank you for watching and have a good night.